Oh, hello! I didn't see you there. Well, let me tell you a story. And not so long time ago, in this beautiful city called Detroit, there lived a woman called Kim. As her father died, he left behind 3 smartphones, an iPhone, a Samsung, and a Nokia. He who chose the correct phone, which contained the nudes of his daughter Kim, could marry her. Many people tried, but all failed. It was then that a young man named Kanye West wanted to marry Kim. Unfortunately, he was $53 million in debt, so he couldn't afford a flight to Detroit. He asked his friend Magic Mike to help him, but he had just invested all his money and was waiting for payback. Together, they asked Donald Trump for a small loan of $1 million. Trump agreed, but on one condition. If the money wasn't returned within 3 months, he could take Magic Mike's 6-pack. Magic Mike agreed. With the small loan, Kanye West managed to fly to Detroit. He chose the Nokia correctly, and as he was celebrating with his friends, a horrible, horrible message arrived.
My dears, it's now our turn, who have been watching as our dreams come true. Now we can shout, congratulations, Kim. Congratulations, Kanye.
Honey. Honey.
My dear Kanye, I wish you all the joy in the world. I just hope that as you get married, I might get married as well. Absolutely! If you can find a wife by then.
Honey.
I think I found one already, thanks to you, my God. I can fall in love just as quickly as you can, and I loved Nikki as soon as I laid eyes on her. You fell in love with Kim, and I fell in love with Nikki because I'm not in the habit of delaying, just like you are, my God. Your fate depended on those phones, and it turns out that mine did too. I couldn't help but chase her. I started making love songs to her till my mouth was dry. Then finally, she said she loved me and would marry me if you two got married as well. Nikki.
Is that true, Nikki?
Yes, Kim, if it's all right with you.
Honey.
And do you mean what you're saying, Justin? Yes, my rap god! Then we'd be honored to have you join in our ceremony. We should bet them a small amount of $1 million that we have a son first. Don't you think, Nikki?
You want to stake the money down?
But if I stake down the money now, I might never be able to have a child. Huh. But who's this coming? Lorenzo and his pagan girlfriend. What? And my old friend Benedict. Welcome, Torben and Benedict. I hope my position in this house is already strong enough so I can welcome you as my friends. With my wife Kim's permission, of course.
Me too. They're entirely welcome.
Thank you, my rap god. I didn't intend to come, but I ran into Benedict and he begged me to come until I couldn't say no. But I have to leave again. I have important businesses to make in Germany. I have to watch the production of my pretzels in Bayern. So I'll leave again, and just to mention it, I'm vegan.
Honey.
That's true, and with good reason. This letter is for you from Magic Mike.
Honey.
Before I open this, tell me, how is my good friend doing?
He's not sick, sir, but he's pretty upset, and his problems are really serious. But this letter will tell you everything you need to know.
Nikki! Go greet that stranger!
Honey?
Benedict, my friend! Any news from New York? How's our good friend Merchant doing? I'm sure he'll be happy to hear of our success. Oh, it's already time. I need to meet my business associate. I wish you all farewell. Goodbye, bitches.
Something bad in this letter is making Connie pale. I think a good friend of his must have died, because nothing else in the world could make a man change so much. Connie, I'm half yours, so please let me bear half of the burden.
Oh, Kim! These are some of the worst words that ever stained a piece of paper. Oh, darling, when I gave my love to you, I told you that all the wealth I had was in my veins, that I had noble blood but no money. But when I said I had nothing, I was actually bragging. I am worse than nothing. I have borrowed money from a friend, who in turn borrowed money from his mortal enemy. Here's a letter, and every word on that letter is a gaping wound in the body of my dear friend. But is it true, Benedict? Have all his business ventures failed? Not one plane returned, but he sent planes to England, to Lisbon, to India, everywhere. None of them managed to avoid terrorist attacks. It's horrible.
Not one, sir. Anyway, even if he had the money, the Trumpster wouldn't take it. I've never seen a creature with a human shape so eager to destroy a man. He's accusing the state of harming free trade if they deny him justice. 20 merchants, the senator himself, and highly ranking Detroit businessmen have all tried to persuade him to forget the contract, but nobody can do it. He's determined to get the penalty specified in his contract with Magic Mike.
When I was still living with him, I heard him swear that he would rather have Mike's six-pack than 20 times the sum Mike owed him. And unless the law intervenes, this is bad news for Mike.
Honey.
How much does he owe the Trumpster?
Just a small loan of $1 million.
Money is no problem for us. We could pay his debts 20 times over. Let's go to church and marry. But first, let me hear this letter of yours.
Sweet Kanye, my plans have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My estate is very low. My bond to the Trumpster is forfeit. And since in paying it, it is impossible I should live, all debts are cleared between you and I, if I might but see you at my death. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not like my letter.
Oh, my darling, make your arrangements and go.
Since you're letting me leave, I will. But I won't rest until I get back. Mike, I'm coming! Out of the way, peasant! Kanye quickly arrived in Trump Tower to negotiate with Donald. With the help of Judge Judy, they managed to save Magic Mike. The catch in the contract was that Trump was only allowed to take his six-pack and nothing else. As soon as one drop of blood was spilled, he would be convicted of murder. Trump quickly resigned, but then he was charged with attempted murder, and the only way out of this was if he attained Mexican citizenship and converted to Islam. After a while, Trump gave in. He now goes by the name El Trumpo, and the rest, my friends, is history.
The fuck you doing on my bench?
What? Shit! No!